This is week 3 discussion video. This week was all about blocking and stage compositions, as well as helping the kids come up with characterization for their characters. There were a lot of really good ideas in these chapters. I specifically really liked the having the kids write a bibliography for their character, and how their character got to be the way that they were. Um, it could also be because I am an English teacher at heart, so that kind of analysis just makes me happy. Um, but I do think that if I approach it the right way with the kids, they are not going to look at it as ugh, I have theater homework, and more like a way to really dig into who their character is as a person and why are they acting this way. I am a giant nerd. I play D&D, and when I run sessions, I do something very similar to giving them the list of questions for them to answer. So, for example, one of the questions I would ask my players is, "There's an injured cat on the sidewalk. What do you do?" Um, I very easily can adjust some of those questions that I ask my players to questions I can give to my students, and for them to kind of dig into who their character is as a person. Like if your character is, and I'm just, because Mamma Mia is stuck in my brain and it will never escape me. If Sophie saw an injured cat on the side of the road, she would probably oh my god, this poor kitty, and gather it up and nurse it back to health. Whereas not Rosie, the other one, um, whichever one is not Rosie, she would probably look at it and be like, ugh, there's a cat and it's bleeding everywhere on my stuff. This is not okay. And I feel like that would be a really interesting and kind of fun way to help the kids dig into the characterization. They talked a lot about blocking. I'm really glad there were pictures, because I have a really hard time visualizing things in my head. I'm actually probably Monday or Thursday, probably going to steal some of the kids, and we're going to go on the stage and we're going to look at the crosses and the dress turns, and all of that stuff. Mostly because I'm having a hard time, I know there's pictures, but I'm having a hard time seeing what that looks like in my head. And it's also finals week, so the kids that I would grab would be in their 6th period study hall, so they would be like, yes, please let us do something. And it'll also help them grow as actors. So 2 birds with 1 stone. It talks a lot about levels. I think in my discussion, my summaries, I'm not super comfortable with raking the stage, and I'm very and stairs scare me, mostly because I'm the one that's building them. So for any set that's going to be having those different levels, I don't think that's going to be happening for a couple of years, at least until I get better at the whole carpentry thing. But I think there's a lot of different ways that I could still do those compositions without making the kids levitate. There was an example of having one character standing and all of the other characters sitting, having one character downstage right, and having everybody else. Wait, I think I reversed it. upstage right, everybody else having them downstage left. Um, so, and kind of like building that space. One of the things that is a issue that the kids do have is that they do like to huddle like scared rabbits. Um, so a lot of time I spent was being like, okay, you need to take 2 steps forward and then take 2 more steps towards the stage because you're standing behind so and I cannot see you. Um, they do not like the diagonals. They are going to like the diagonals. I'm going to make them like the diagonals. Um, the last thing that really kind of stuck out to me was the line of, it was in the when I was talking about like what you should expect from your different age groups. And the middle school line was like, don't expect anything less than their best. Um, I very much agree with that, but I think I agree with that for all of the ages, like especially high school. But I also think that like if they are giving you their best, you can't ask for more than that. If you do, you're going to make the kids hate it. And that's how you get kids dropping out. That's how you get the I'm not doing this anymore. And like the really uninspired and unenthusiastic acting. Um, there was one other thing that was really kind of that's really kind of stuck out to me, and it was about something, but I'm already at almost 7 minutes, so we're gonna cut this because I forgot what it was.